Welcome back, Truth Seeker. Saturday, February 16th, 2019. Today we're going to take a look at college basketball, NHL, and see if we can figure out who some of these winners might be for the All-Star events. Last year, young Decoder was able to do it for the skills challenge, just seeing what player had the gematria that synced up with the location of the game. This year it's in Charlotte, North Carolina. So, number of games already underway, so let's get right into it. The only thing we looked at in college basketball was Buffalo and Toledo yesterday. We figured Buffalo would get it done. They did. Hockey, everything was tight yesterday, so it was a good day to stay away. Anyhow, today, February 16th, the date numerology, 57, 30, 21. I'd rank these as the most important numbers from the date numerology because they use all the digits of the date. Other numerology includes 37 and 18. In the case of 37, it's the 12th prime. Today's also the 47th day of the year, leaving 318 days remaining. 47 is the 15th prime number. So 15 very well could be a number that plays big today. I got the chat up here on another screen. Minnesota Wild blew a big lead yesterday, huh? Yeah, they had the goalie on their side. So, all right, let's start with the NHL. The NHL's been good to us. I suspect I put out videos yesterday on these two early games. They're starting right now, so we'll just skip those. But these games start in 2 hours. Blues, Avalanche. Again, just one more time. The date numerology, 57, 30, 21. Big numbers to look for. 37 and 18 are also on the board, and it is the 47th day of the year. So, coming back to the Blues game, what stands out right away is the Blues have an opportunity at their 30th win. The Avalanche are coming off the big upset, beating Winnipeg on the road. Let's I got a cheat sheet for the All-Star stuff later to make that easier. Blues, NHL, win-loss, head-to-head. Let's get this up here. All right, so we're looking for the Blues versus the Colorado Avalanche. Going to be the 139th game. Again, today's also the 137th day of the NHL season. Another important point, 137, the 33rd prime. Maybe keep the 33s in mind today. We're going to be the 139th game here. And the next win for the Blues is 67. The next win for the Avalanche is 55. And if I'm not mistaken, 67 is actually an important number to hockey. Hockey with the alphabetic order is 67. Okay, so let's just St. Louis. St. Louis has the 47 connection, 47th day of the year. St. Louis Blues. Blues. Colorado. Avalanche. I believe Avalanche has that 67 connection. Yeah, we just that's what we used to see the upset over Winnipeg the other day. So again, the next win for the Blues is the 67th, which is the 19th prime. Unfortunately, today does not have a connection to 19. Let's look at so the one thing that we see so far is the Blues can get their 30th win on a 30 date. There's nothing else really screaming out about the date numerology that we looked at so far. Let's see what let's look more carefully at the standings here and see if there's any other numbers. Okay. So the Blues are on the road. The Blues could potentially get their 16th away win on the 16th. And where's the Avalanche? Okay. Avalanche looking for their 11th home win or 12th home loss. Let's look back at the points again. Is there anything with the points? So the one concern I see with the points is Colorado with a home win gets their 59th points, and Blues equals 59. Blues equals 59. So we can make a little riddle there both ways for both teams. And what we saw yesterday was the Gematria alignments in the NHL outplayed the date numerology alignments. So, yeah, this game, we got a narrative both ways. Yesterday, Gematria outplayed numerology. Let's see if we can get a stronger read here. Let's look at this Canadiens Lightning game. Canadiens Lightning. Again, does anything in our date numerology stand out? Nothing stands out with the date numerology, but let's check the head-to-head here. All right, so the Canadiens versus the Tampa Bay Lightning. It's going to be the 100th game. Somebody has 47 wins. Here we are on a 47 date numerology. So the Canadiens lead 47-38. Canadiens with a loss stay at 47 wins. Okay. Okay, so run the Gematria real quick. Canadiens, Montreal, Canadiens. Okay. Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay's got the 47 thing. They could stay at 47 wins against Tampa Bay on the 47 day. Tampa Bay is also 137. It's the 137th day of the season. Tampa Bay Lightning. Remember, it's going to be the 100th game. So that's another thing. Oftentimes, the series record will go in favor of the team. However, yesterday, 2 NHL games did not go that way. The Minnesota Wild had a connection to the series, and the Oilers did as well. And both of them lost. But still, more often than not, this pattern persists. So Lightning's 100. It's the 100th game. Okay, let's see here. Tampa Bay Lightning, 91. A tie would put them at 91 points on the season. What was the 44 I just saw a second ago? It was that. So the Lightning can get their 44th win in this 100th series game. And Lightning's 44 and 100. I think this makes sense for the Canadiens to stay on 47 wins on the 47th day of the year in Tampa Bay. So, okay, let's check out the Oilers and the Islanders. Again, I don't see any numbers that scream out about the date. Hold on, before we go on to this game, there was one more thing I needed to look at in the last game. Got to be thorough here. I just want to look at the Canadiens away record and Lightning home record real quick. So Tampa Bay can get their 24th win at home or their 6th loss. That doesn't go with our date. And the Canadiens. Ooh, the only thing there for the Canadiens is they could get their 15th away win on the 47th day of the year in Tampa Bay. 47 is the 15th prime. So, that makes things a little more dangerous. That's one riddle on the board for the Canadiens. All right, let's see if we can just get some lopsided. 2 days ago, we were able to get a lot of lopsided reads, meaning everything was going one way, and we got a lot of great picks. All right, Oilers, Islanders. Okay. Date numerology isn't there for this game. Is there anything in the points? Let's see. Edmonton's 37. And we do have a 37 date connection. Edmonton's also 35. I see the Islanders can get their 35th win over Edmonton. So that's one thing for the Islanders. And Oilers, what are the points? Edmonton Oilers does equal 74. The Islanders are at 74 points right now. Oilers is 33. It's the 137th day of the season, the 33rd prime. Islanders. New York. New York Islanders. 212, like the New York area code. Okay. I didn't see anything that led to the points, though, that Edmund could potentially get. All right, let's see here what the home and away records are. So the Islanders going for 18th home win or 8th loss. There was a 61. What was it? Oh, whoops, I typed in the wrong thing. Islanders. Islanders has the 61, the 18th prime. They're going for their 18th win, but we don't have a connection to that for the date. Edmonton's 12 and 13 on the road. So the most standout stat there was just that the Islanders could get their 35th win over Edmonton that has the connection to 35. The only thing concerning was Edmonton Oilers is 74, and they could be stopped at 74 points. But the Oilers didn't seemingly have any connection to a reason to believe that they'd advance to 54 or 55 points. The other thing about being at 53 points today is it's the 16th. 53 is the 16th prime, so good reason to stay on 53 points on the 16th. Islanders had the only read that I could see out of everything we looked at. All right, the Jets They can get their 37th win on this 37 date, but we documented 2 days ago that this date numerology didn't seem to play well in the NHL for the win-loss column. So let's see if we can find something else. It is a date with 21 numerology. The Senators could potentially stay at 21 wins on this date. Let's see what's going on here with the Senators on the road could get their 20th loss or 8th win. Winnipeg could also stay at 21 wins on the home date or get 8th loss. Let's see. Hold on, you guys. Let me go back to the Oilers-Islanders game. I think I forgot to look at what the head-to-head is all time between these teams. All right. So this will be the 77th game. There's a big one. That's a big one right there. Edmonton. Sorry, I almost forgot this. This is tricky, though. Edmonton could get their 33rd win on the 137th day of the NHL season. 137 is the 33rd prime. New York equals 33. Oilers equals 33. But at the same time, the Islanders could get their 30th win on the 30-date numerology. So, tight riddle. Okay, so the Oilers narrative to win. They get their 33rd series win on the 137th day of the season. Again, Oilers and New York's 33. The reason for them to lose, the biggest reason for them to lose, is they stay at 53 points on the 16th. 53, the 16th prime. The Islanders can get their 30th series win on the 30-date numerology and get their 35th win of the season where Edmonton equals 35. So come back and look at one more thing. New York Islanders is 77, and it's also the 77th series game. All right. Yeah, it makes things dicey there, too. Try to find a better one. Senators. Winnipeg Jets. Let's see. 63rd game. Somebody's at 35 wins, the other team going for 18. So the Senators have 35, the Jets have 18. I notice if the Jets win, it'll be a difference of 16 in the win-loss column on the 16th day of the month. And we do have a 37-date numerology. The Jets could get the 37th. Ottawa's 37, so they can pick up their 37th win over Ottawa. That makes sense. What are the points to? Ottawa Senators 47. It's the 47th day of the year. The Senators could stay at 47 points on the 47th day of the year. And is there something about Jets? So the only real read here is the Jets picking up their 37th win over Ottawa on the 37 date. I think because the team also goes with the date numerology, I think that's a good sign. And then them staying at 47 points on the 47th day of the year, I think that makes sense too. So far out all the games we like, I think this is the safest pick yet. But now that I say that out loud, it's also probably not the greatest pick because it's a home game and the other team is a lot better than the other. All right. Maple Leafs Coyotes. Let's see. Maple Leafs versus the Phoenix Coyotes. Arizona Coyotes. Going to be the 100th game. One team's at 37 wins. The other team can pick up their 53rd. That's important because today's the 16th, 53, the 16th prime. So that means the wait a minute. That means the Coyotes can pick up their 53rd win here. The Coyotes can get their 53rd win. All right, let's see. Okay. Let's take a look. So the Coyotes can get the 53rd win on the 16th. I think that's the stronger riddle. Again, the Maple Leafs are going for that 37 win, and we do have the 37 date, but we saw that this date didn't play so strong 2 days ago. The difference in the last game we looked at was that the city name also connected to 37. So let's see here. Maple Leafs. Does it go with our points at all? Toronto. 6. Maple Leafs. Arizona. Coyotes. Coyotes have the connection to the date 30 and 137th day of the season, the 33rd prime. Let's see. Arizona Coyotes. The Maple Leafs could stay at 75 points against the Arizona Coyotes with the Coyotes win. I was hoping though, so the narrative for the Coyotes is again getting that 53rd series win. On the 16th, 53, the 16th prime, keeping Toronto at 37 wins on the 37 date numerology. The only narrative I see for the Maple Leafs is potentially getting the 37th win on the 37 date. But 2 days ago, there were two teams that had a chance at their 35th win. 2 days ago, it was 35 date numerology, and neither of them got it. So I think I got to give the edge to the Coyotes there. It's not a real strong read, but it's probably it would pay decent because I got to imagine that the Maple Leafs are a considerable favorite having the superior record. All right, Stars Hurricanes. What stands out right away about this game is Dallas is playing. Dallas equals 113, the 30th prime. We have 30 date numerology. The Stars could get their 30th win and keep the Hurricanes at 30 wins on a 30 date numerology. Before I go to this game, I just want to check one more thing with the Maple Leafs and Coyotes. The Maple Leafs are on the road. If they get a loss, they'll be 19-8 in the win-loss column, prime number relationship. Coyotes. The danger for the Coyotes is they could get their 15th home loss on the 47th day of the year, 47, the 15th prime. Okay. I think the best riddle, though, out of this game is that 53rd series win on the 16th. And then the Maple Leafs staying at 75 points against the Arizona Coyotes. Okay, coming back to Stars Hurricanes, 30-date numerology. Both teams could have 30 wins. Dallas equals 113, the 30th prime. Let's see what it is here between these teams. Hurricanes just played yesterday too, so the narrative could be that they're tired. It is at home for them though. 80th game. Dallas has 45 wins. Hurricanes have 28. So neither of those outcomes go with the numbers for the date. Let's see. Carolina's at home. Carolina could get their 16th home win on the 16th. Dallas can also get their 16th away loss. They could also potentially get their 12th away win. We do have a 37-date numerology, the 12th prime, but the 16 probably plays stronger. Let's look at the points here. Let's see. Dallas. Stars. Go with the points. What matchup was this? 80th. Carolina. Carolina's got the 37 thing. Was there a 37 on the board here? Oh, I know what the 37 thing was. 37's the 12th prime. Dallas could potentially get their 12th away loss. Carolina 37. Carolina's also 53, the 16th prime. And again, Carolina can get their 16th home win, and Dallas can get their 16th home loss too. So yeah, this game's tight. Let's see if Hurricanes is 53 as well. So 53-16. That's probably the riddle there. Because Dallas can get the 16th away loss. Hurricanes the 16th home win on the 16th. 53, the 16th prime. Carolina and Hurricanes both equal 53. But the one thing that's dangerous is they could also both be at 30 wins in the win column on the 30-day. So I see the Blue Jackets can get their 33rd win on the 137th day of the season, the 33rd prime. That stands out right away. They would also stay at 21 losses on the 21-date numerology. Let's see here. Columbus Blue Jackets. Versus the Chicago Blackhawks. 85th game. Columbus has 33 wins against the Blackhawks right now and 41 losses. Interesting how they come in with 33 wins in the series. That's the big number on the board. All right, let's see. So the Blue Jackets on the road, looking for the 18th away win or 10th loss. Blackhawks, one of the hotter teams in the NHL. 14th home win or 11th loss. Let's see if anything goes with the points here. Blue Jackets. Columbus Blue Jackets 53 to 16th prime, but that wasn't one of the numbers on the board. Columbus Blue Jackets. Blackhawks. Chicago's 37, the 12th prime. 37 date. Chicago. Somebody going for the 46th win? No. Chicago Blackhawks. Chicago Blackhawks is also 137, the 33rd prime. 137th day of the season. Very interesting that they can pick up their 33rd win against this team. Perfect team to do it against on this day of the year. Just the one thing that's so interesting is they already have 33 wins in the series. But I'd have to say that the immediate season record seems to trump series records. It's nice when you can get it to line up both ways. Chicago Blackhawks. Make sure there wasn't anything else missing there. Columbus. Columbus is also 47. 47th day of the year. Nobody's points line up. The potential 33rd win on the 137th day of the year against the team with the 137 Gematria. That seems to be the more likely outcome. The only concern is they already have 33 wins against the Blackhawks coming into this game. All right, Predators, Golden Knights. This is an ESPN game. Have any of these other games been ESPN? Oh, this early game's ESPN. All right, Predators, Golden Knights. The one thing on the board for the Predators is they could stay at 21 losses on the 21 date numerology. Let's see what the standings are here. Predators can get their 16th away win in this game. Vegas can stay at 16 home wins. Okay. Nashville. First. Seeing if anything lines up with the points. Golden Knights. Vegas Golden Knights. This team's referred to as the Vegas Golden Knights, but I always wonder, should we look at the Las Vegas too? One thing I wonder about. Let's see what the series record is here. There won't be a lot of games. going to be the 6th game, and the Predators lead 3-1. Vegas, the win can make it 2-3 from their perspective. It's not a super strong read. Just the one thing in the Predators' favor is the date numerology. They could stay at 21 losses on the 21 date. All right, Canucks and Sharks. Canucks and Sharks. All right, let's see. Nothing screams out about the date. What about the points? Sharks. Sure. Canucks. All right, let's see what the head-to-head is here. $124th game. The Sharks have 53 wins in the series. Again, 53, the 16th prime, the 16th. So with the Sharks loss, they stay at 53. Let's see. Look at that one more time. Sharks 76. Bucks. Not a lot to go off of to be confident. Just the one thing that stood out is just that they're already at 53 wins on the 16th. 53, the 16th prime. So chance for an upset there. But still would like to let me see one more thing. There's something else that stands out. Canucks in the most pure cipher is 18, and the Sharks could also get their 18th loss against the Canucks. So might be reason to believe in an upset here. I wish there was something that went with the date numerology. That's the one element. Well, I guess the 53 wins on the 16th, but I always like when a win or a loss syncs up with the date numerology we're looking at. There wasn't a 61, was there? Yeah. They would get their 61st points, giving them their 18th loss. I don't know that there's a correlation with things like that, though. It's something I'd have to observe. If it happens, I'll remember that. 61's the 18th prime. But they can get their 18th loss and stay at 53 wins on the 16th. All right. Bruins, Kings. Massachusetts is 33. It's the 137th day of the season. They're at 33 wins. Wait, hold on. I need to look at one more thing with the Canucks and the Sharks. Need to look at the home and away. So the Sharks are at home. They can get their 19th home win or 6th loss, and the Canucks 14th home or 12th. Oh no, they're away. Well, there's one cause for concern for the Canucks. They can get the 16th away loss on the 16th. But that 18 loss, Canucks 18 and staying on 53. I'd see what the payout is on this game. If it's a good payout, I'd take a shot here on the Canucks. Seen plenty of upsets in the NHL this week on the road. Let's see, Bruins, Kings, okay. All right. 143rd game, Scottish Rite of Freemasonry number. The Bruins lead 86-38. Wow, domination. Plus 48. The name James equals 87. I just think about that because King James was a Scottish Rite Freemason. And speaking of LA and Boston, I guess LA and Boston, that's been the theme this year. Okay, I got to think more about this one. LA and Boston. All right. Bruins on the road. They can get their 13th away win in LA. That's something to consider. LA 13. And the Kings. Kings can even their series at 13-13 at home. Okay. Let's see. Bruins. So the Bruins can give the 29th loss to the Kings. Bruins 29. Kings. Let's see. Boston Bruins and Kings are 75. Just wonder if it could end up in a tie here. That'd put the Bruins at 75 points and the Kings at 53 points on the 16th. Quite a few ties in hockey. This could be one of those games. LA Kings. Los Angeles Kings 61 the 18th prime. Well, the Bruins could get their 18th loss too. Another dicey game here. Man, I thought there'd be more good reads today, as many NHL games as there were. Normally there are more good reads, but 2 days in a row, pretty tight games. We could go to the goalies, but the goalies to me haven't been good indicators. You know, we've seen a lot of nice goalie alignments and then not pan out. I feel like I've seen more not pan out than pan out. And we've done well just looking at games where we can find where records will line up on both sides. And unfortunately, there weren't many of those today. But we've seen a lot in recent weeks. Some days will be better than others. I've noticed just Saturday altogether hasn't been a good day for picking games. Saturday. So, At the end, we can come back and look at more of these NHL games if you want, but let's just skip over to college basketball and see if we can find some good low-hanging fruit today before too many of the games are underway while we still got time. And we'll take a stab at this all-star thing. Notre Dame, Virginia, it's about to start, and it's not a good game anyway. Texas Tech can get their 21st win on the 21 date numerology. I'd just ride with that. Game starts in 13 minutes, so here. Let's skip. All right, here. We'll skip to the games that start at 1. Penn State, Purdue. Oh, big lopsided game here. We saw Penn State. We got that Penn State upset over Michigan this week. That was a great pick. Again, that was the 48th game between the two teams, and Penn State equals 48. It dropped Michigan to 22-3, like 223, the 48th prime. Let's see if Penn State's got another trick up their sleeve. Let's see. Purdue, the 51st game, and Purdue leads 38-12. The thing that really stands out today is Pennsylvania equals 53. It's the 16th prime. The team from Pennsylvania can get their 16th loss on the 16th. That puts Purdue at the magic number of 18-7. Yeah, there's no reason. There's no good numbers for Penn State today, so probably just a stay away game. Big spread anyway. Kansas, West Virginia, another big spread. And I guess we can just look at the head-to-head real quick, just in case there's something for West Virginia. It's always fun to get an upset. It's going to be the 16th game. Five and 10. The only thing that I'm looking at is that they could get their 6th win in the 16th game. There's that relationship with 6 and 16. We just saw it in the Super Bowl. 16 combined points. It was Super Bowl 53, the 16th prime. But 6, Brady and Belichick got 6. And Brady's the GOAT. But if it was the 53rd series game or something like that, it would be more interesting. I don't think it happens here. West Virginia probably gets their 15th loss on the 47th day of the year, 47, the 15th prime. Jayhawks. There's a relationship with 6 and 26 too, but the 15th, yeah, and the big spread is just, it's not worth it. All right, so Iowa State, Kansas State. ESPN equals 18. It's the 18 network. Iowa State at 18 wins. Slight underdog to Kansas State, the 18 seed. ESPN loves an upset. Let's see here. Kansas State. Head-to-head. Iowa State. 158th game. Kansas State leads 103 to 54. That's plus 49. Let's see what kind of there might be a big streak here. Let's see what we got. This is the one. Okay. Number 23, Iowa State Cyclones hit the road for one game as they tip off against the number 18 Kansas State Wildcats at the Bramlage Coliseum. Iowa State had its 4-game winning streak snap last Saturday when it was topped 92-83 by TCU. Meanwhile, it's looking to secure its 5th win in a row. That must be Kansas State. They didn't put it in there. Having not fallen since January 26th. The Wildcats got the better of the Cyclones 58-57 in mid-January. It is a 3-point favorite in tonight's game with the total opening at 130. See if we can find that. See what they did last time. Game was January 12th. Hi, caller.
Yeah, Zach, there's no more ties in the NFL. They changed that rule.
In the NFL?
NHL, I'm sorry. NHL, there's a 5-minute overtime period.
What if it ends in a draw? They don't count it as a tie anymore?
No, they go to the shootout. After 5 minutes, they go to a shootout.
And it can't end up in a draw after the shootout?
No, they add 1 round each time until a winner is decided. If it's still tied after 3 shootout rounds.
Okay. I didn't realize that. So the third stat in the NHL stats is what then this season?
I don't know. I mean, it says here in the regular season, ties used to be after one period, 20 minutes long, of 5-on-5. They changed that rule to 1 5-minute overtime period of 4-on-4 hockey. If tied 3 rounds of shootout, if still tied after 3 rounds, they had 1 round each time until a winner is decided.
These must be overtime losses, the third column.
Yes, that's what it is. I'm sorry. Yes, I remember.
Overtime losses. Okay, got it.
All right.
All right, thanks, man. All right, back to college basketball. So Iowa State, Kansas State. And the win-loss record, not real helpful here in terms of the date numerology. Let's check something real quick. Iowa State. What was the stat about 130? The opening's at 130 points, and Iowa State equals 130. That's interesting. Iowa State Cyclones. Kansas State. Kansas State's also 130. No wonder they opened it at 130. Both teams 130. Kansas State Wildcats is even 130. Crazy. Check one more thing real quick. Wildcats 53, the 16th prop. I just noticed the Cyclones have the 39 connection, like 10, and Kansas State can get that 10th conference win today. That would put Iowa State at one of those magic numbers in their win-loss, 18-7. Let's see here. Check out the arena name. And let's see. Check in the chat. Be funny if the game finishes right at 130. Yeah. See if we can get someone with the coach here. Bruce Weber. So next win is 145, and next loss is 86. He's at 85, the basketball number. Symbolic number there, 85. His next loss all time is his 241st, which is the 53rd prime, and 53 is the 16th prime. Well, there's not a strong read here on this game. Just as much as we see 18-7 in records, it's the one pattern that stands out. But I don't see anything terribly strong either way. All right, Virginia Tech at Pittsburgh. See if there's any chance of an upset here. Or hold on, before I go ahead, I should look at the Iowa State coach too. 1 second. Prom. His next wins is 79th, the 22nd prime. He could stay at 47 losses on the 47th day of the year. That is interesting. Kansas State's 22. His next win's 79, the 22nd prime. So this coach has the more interesting numbers for the date. Iowa State with an upset. What would that do? Let's see. July 12th. I just want to see how many days it is from his birthday. It's his 220th day of his age. About to his upcoming birthday. 147 days. Okay. Well, I don't see a strong enough riddle either way to be confident, but in college basketball, the coaches are definitely important, and the Iowa State coach has quite a riddle. I'd see what the payout is on this game to see if it's worth taking a stab at the Iowa State upset. But again, just how often we see 18-7, it just gives me worries. Plus, they could stay at 18 wins on ESPN, the network that likes 18 so much, against the 18 seed. All right, let's see. Virginia Tech. Oops, wrong thing. All right, let's see. Pittsburgh. It'll be the 15th game on the 47th day of the year. 47, the 15th prime. It's tied 7-7. Panthers and Hokies. Pittsburgh's often called Pitt, yeah, and it's even in their logo. So Pitt's 20, and I just noticed right away Virginia Tech can get their 20th win. Pittsburgh Panthers. 241, the 53rd prime, Pennsylvania 53. Panthers. Hokies. Okay. The thing about Hokies is it has this Gematria 31. That's the 11th prime. I just see that Pittsburgh could get their 11th conference loss. That would put them at 2-11 in the conference, kind of like 211, the 47th prime on the 47th day of the year. So, gotta favor Virginia Tech to pull that game out. Getting that 20th win against Pitt. All right, Duke. Team, oh my God, 17-point favorite, huh? Let's just see, just in case there's a chance for an upset. If Duke got upset, notice they'd be 22-3, that magic number. I'm not counting on it. I'm expecting them to go into the tournament on fire. 164th game. They have 93 wins and 70 losses. North Carolina State's the Wolfpack. Back. Blue Devils is 111. Zion Williamson's full name is 111. NC State Wolfpack. Remember, Duke just became 22-2 on Zion Williamson's 222nd day of his age. If NC State loses, they become 6-2 in the conference against Duke, and Duke becomes 11-1. And again, we just talked about how Blue Devils is 111. This school's 111. So, I mean, it's a huge spread, but I don't think there's any reason to believe North Carolina State will get the upset. Their conference record will make perfect sense beating each other. NC State falls to 6-7. North Carolina becomes 11-1. No idea what this game pays out. It's probably like bet $100, make 30, but I'd look at that as $30 in interest on the money line if it's something like that. So maybe one more thing I saw there. North Carolina State Wolfpack, or NC State Wolfpack's 83, the 23rd prime. So also a good team to get the 23rd win against. LSU right away, what stands out is they can get their 21st win. Let's see here. All right, the 108th game, something jumps out right away here. Georgia has a chance at their 47th win on the 47th day of the year. So Georgia would be the upset here. But again, the problem is LSU can get their 21st win on the 21 date numerology. Georgia can get their 47th win on the 47th day of the year, or they can get their 15th loss, 47 the 15th prime. Wow, 1-10 in the SEC. That's something else. Let's see. Louisiana State University. Tigers. Look at this. LSU's next win's their 62nd. Georgia equals 62. So they can get their 62nd series win in Georgia. And then that would go with the date numerology. Georgia's the Bulldogs. Georgia Bulldogs is also 73, the 21st prime. So a good team to get the 21st win against. So LSU has the better narrative here. The one prayer for Georgia is getting that 47th win on the 47th day of the year. If I wanted to take a risk on Georgia, what I would do is I would bet for them to cover this spread at 8. Might be a tight game just because they have a shot at that. But LSU has a good riddle to get the win here. Let's Bulldogs alone. Bulldogs. Bulldogs is 29, the 10th prime at 10 wins. So Iowa equals 21. They're a 21 seed, and we got a game on the 21 date numerology. Rutgers. Iowa. So this will be the 7th game, and Rutgers has 1 win and 5 losses. Let's see. What's Rutgers' nickname? Iowa's the Hawkeyes. Scarlet Knights. We just saw some team become 21-2 against the Scarlet Knights. Rutgers Scarlet Knights. Doesn't really go. Buckeyes. There's nothing that screams out about this game. I don't see anything that's any good indicators for that game. Let's look at Tennessee, Kentucky. Duke is waiting for Tennessee to get that loss. This is probably the most interesting game of the day right here. I don't see. I don't think Duke gets upset. Not at all. Duke Blue Devils equals 111. North Carolina State Wolfpack equals 111. Zion Williamson's full name is 111. Duke equals 67. I don't think Duke's getting beat. Again, in case you weren't following what I was saying, the conference record will be 11-1 for Duke and 6-7 for the other team. All right, Kentucky, Tennessee. This is it's interesting that Kentucky's a 4-point favorite. $141st game. So there's a relationship with 33. When you write out 33, it's 141. Tennessee equals 137, the 33rd prime. Kentucky leads 96-44. Wow. Okay. The Volunteers, the Tennessee Volunteers. Let's see. Tennessee Volunteers doesn't connect here. The one thing that stands out in a big way just right away on the surface is that Kentucky can get their 21st win on the 21 date numerology. Volunteers. Tennessee. Tennessee's 47, the 15th prime. What was the series wins again? 96-44. Kentucky. Wildcats. So Kentucky's at 96 wins right now. Very interesting that Kentucky Wildcats equals 96. 231's the 21st triangular number. They could get their 21st win today on the 21 date numerology. We're going to have to look at the coaches here for this game. This game's huge. Let's look at the arena and the Rupp Arena 47, like Tennessee, the 15th prime. Rupp Arena, Lexington. Kentucky. Kentucky's abbreviation KY. Yeah. KY. All right. 141. It's the 141st meeting between these teams. It's interesting. All right, let's get thorough here. Let's look at the coaches. Kentucky. Football coach. John Calipari. Calipari coaching record. All right, so with Kentucky, his next wins is 296th. His next losses is 69th. His next overall losses is 209th. He just had his birthday 6 days ago. Let's see what the Tennessee coach is. Rick Barnes. Rick Barnes, July 17th, 1954. Let's see. $214 days. Isn't that interesting that the game's 214 days after his birthday? Kentucky could become 21-4. Huh. That's interesting. It's a SEC game. See what his record is in the SEC. Add this up. So he's got 31, 57. He's got 80 wins. 80. Oh, Ducks. They're all with Tennessee. Duh. 80 and 45. Man. I'm even going to look at the coach's name, Gematria, here and see if it gives us anything. This game's obviously huge. John Calipari, 73, the 21st prime. So the coach of Kentucky has the connection to 21 too. Barnes. The thing about the Tennessee coach that I'm just looking for like a riddle that stands out strong. If the Tennessee coach wins, he's 81 and 45. And what's interesting about that record is 81 has a square root of 9, 45 is the ninth triangular number, and that would give Tennessee their 45th win against Kentucky all time. The game was 214 days after the Tennessee's coach birthday. And the date numerology, again, Calipari has the 73 connection, the 21st prime, 21 date. They can get the 21st win. It's just that big game in Rupp Arena. Let me see. So Playboy X says the record that goes back deeper, because this website right here only goes back to a certain year. So 154 to 71. Somebody, let's see. Dave's filling the Tennessee upset. Again, the word upset has gematria. Well, the word upset has a few things in common with ESPN, and we do see a lot of upsets on ESPN. Upsets 81 as well, and the Tennessee coach, his next win is his 81st. Ugh, God. But ESPN and upset, they have something in common. Tennessee wins. It's the upset since they're the underdog here. But yeah, the riddle's razor thin. Kentucky's got the date numerology. Gonzaga, 16-point favorite on the 16th against San Diego. Yeah, that Kentucky-Tennessee game, proceed with caution. I mean, date numerology, it's been good in college basketball and NHL overwhelmingly, not so much in NBA. It's just the way that Tennessee win record lines up for the coach that makes things close to call. Okay, Gonzaga. I imagine San Diego stays at 16 wins on the 16th. Gonzaga doesn't lose very often in their conference. Nevada, a monster favorite too. Let's see. Just keep it out there. I'll be done soon. I'll come out. I'll heat it up. Sorry, my girl was signaling me to come out, but we got more to do, so. The best underdog play I saw today was in the NHL so far. Which NHL game was it? Yeah, today's just been tight riddles across the board. We like the Flyers. Flyers are looking good. Okay. Don't want to jinx it. Which underdog game was it? God. It was the Coyotes. The Coyotes had a decent riddle against the Maple Leafs. So. The Canucks also had a decent riddle against the Sharks. So those are the two potential upsets in the NHL. Canucks to beat the Sharks on the road, and Coyotes to hold off the Maple Leafs at home. Those are the potential upsets in the NHL. All right, today is we're spending a lot of time, but we're not finding great reads today, unfortunately. So it's this way some days. Let's look at the All-Star Game festivities, because there's some potentially big payouts here to pick the winners successfully of these skills competitions. Last year, young Decoder, he took a shot at the challenge prediction, and he found that this guy, who was a 13-1, Spencer DeWindle. Spencer DeWindle had the same gematria as Los Angeles, California, where the All-Star Game was, and Spencer DeWindle ended up winning. He was a 13-1 payout. So I figure we can look at it the same way this year. He was an underdog to win it, and he did get it done last year. So numbers on the board. This year it's in North Carolina. Charlotte, North Carolina. The All-Star Game got taken away from Charlotte 2 years ago. It's also the Spectrum Center where they play. For the skills challenge participation, there's 8 contestants. Here, let me pull up this article right here. This article has the odds. So they've given Luka the favorite to win it, the young guy for Dallas. And I put out all their names here with the gematria. So Luka's down at the bottom. What stands out about Luka's name is it equals 39 in the same cipher that Charlotte does. But let's just see here. Let's see what kind of overlap we can see with these players. So Luka's got the 39 connection to Charlotte. That's the big one for him. He's the favorite. Nikola, he's got the 47. It's the 47th day of the year. Aaron Fox, his name sums to 167. That's the 39th prime number. A little more abstract than the Luka direct connection with 39. Trae Young doesn't seem to have any numbers that sync. Jason Tatum doesn't have any numbers that sync. Mike Conley, nothing that syncs. All of the top guys are the ones that have the numbers that have rhyme and reason. Probably not surprised. The top 3 guys are the only guys that sync at all with the city. So look at the odds. Luka pays out, if you bet 100, you win 250. Nikola, $100 bet, pays 300 to Aaron, plus 350. In light of last year at connecting to the city name, I would say that the best bets for the skills challenge are probably the favorite, Luka, since he has the most direct connection, but also maybe De'Aaron Fox is the sleeper because 167 is the 39th prime. So Nikola's connections to the date, it wasn't the date last year, but it's not always the same patterns year after year. It's usually coming back to the location or the date. But what's just funny to see is how the top 3 guys are the 3 guys with connections. So yeah, Dave made the point that I was about to get to with the 3-point competition. The Curry family are from the Charlotte area. And, you know, Steph Curry, considered to be the best 3-point shooter in the game, born on the 73rd day of the year. This is the 73rd NBA season. So I will be surprised if Steph Curry doesn't win the three-point competition. Let's look at the odds for the three-point contest. So Curry only pays out 2-1. Look at Dirk Nowitzki. There's just a part of me is like, it's Dirk's final season. Could him and Luka win? I mean, let's just come back and look here. Actually, you know what? Let's go back to the skills competition. There was something else I wanted to do before we moved on. I wanted to look at how the birthdays of these top three guys line up with the date of the event. Then we'll go on to the so Luka's birthday, he's about to turn 20 years old. He's only 19. North Carolina's 67, the 19th prime. Here we are in 2019. His birthday's 12 days after this event. Nikola Jokic. Let's see. His birthday, just days away too. Wow. So he's going to turn 24 in 3 days. And Aaron Fox. December 20th. So his birthday was 58 days ago. 58 days or a span of 59. Real quick, they call it. Just remember what that Gematria is, the skills challenge. Skills challenge is 59. It's on his 59th day of his age. It's on his 59th day of his age. Aaron Fox. So that's interesting. NBA skills challenge. Put the NBA in front. 67, the 19th prime. The favorite's the 19-year-old. North Carolina is also 67. Maybe some fun wagers on Fox and Luka, and hope Fox wins it. He's the better payout. But coming back to this three-point contest, Curry. Again, it's the 73rd NBA season. Curry's born on the 73rd day of the year. This is in his hometown. And remember, him and Klay Thompson just set the win mark at 73 games the other year. So we know this number's special to Curry. His father, Del Curry, when he played on the Charlotte Hornets, the year Michael Jordan set the win record, Jordan's 73rd game was against Del Curry. I'm sure Michael Jordan will be in attendance in light of the game being in Charlotte. But I actually saw this name Seth Curry, and I was like, is this his brother? I didn't even, he looks just like Del Curry. I didn't even realize that Steph Curry's brother was in the league, honestly, you guys. So, but yeah, that's definitely his brother. He looks just like his dad. So let's just see. Let's see how many days it is from his brother's birthday to today. 177 days. Let's just check the Gematria just in case. NBA three-point contest equals 108, like Oracle, like Golden State Warriors, like how Steph Curry signed his record contract 108 days from his birthday. Three-point contest also like that. Remember, geometry is 108, and number is 73. Like how Pi Day, the numbers on the 73rd day of the year. All right. So Steph Curry, his birthday, 73rd day of the year. That means, yeah, let's just see how many days it is from his last birthday. March 14th, 339 days. 11 months and 2 days, like mathematics is 112. 26 days to his upcoming birthday. All right. I'm just looking at their Seth Curry, his brother, does equal 47. It's on the 47th day of the year. What are the odds here again for this? Remember, though, it's the 73rd NBA season. Big Brother's born on the 73rd day. But yeah, that him being born on the 40 or his name equaling 47 makes things interesting. Seth Curry's also 106. And Charlotte, North Carolina is 106. Huh. Huh. Little bro's got some numbers. Okay. Devin Booker, his numbers don't connect. See anybody else got the numbers that connect? Damian Lillard. Danny Green. Kemba Walker's got numbers that fit. Kemba Walker might be worth a long shot pick because 102 and 39, just like Charlotte for Kemba Walker. Let's see how his birthday lines up. Kemba Walker, May 8th. So his upcoming birthday is in 55 days. His last birthday was 310 days ago, or a span of 311. He was also drafted by Charlotte, and he plays for them. So he's the hometown player. Huh. He's a big payout. God, plus 1,200. What about old Dirk here? Let's see. Doesn't look like Dirk has the numbers. It's interesting because it's Dirk his last season. Doesn't have the numbers for the location. Just see how many days it is from Dirk's birthday. June 19th. 268 days from the last. 97 or a span of 98 days. 98's interesting because National Basketball Association's 98. $40 years old right now. Okay. Again, Steph Curry, born on the 73rd day, 73rd NBA season in his hometown, but his little brother really does have the numbers. 47th day of the year, Charlotte, North Carolina, 106 like his name. Both of them it's their hometown. And then Kemba Walker, who plays for Charlotte, who's the long shot. He's got the we know why he plays in Charlotte. I mean, he's got the perfect name for it. 102 and 39, just like Charlotte. Kemba Walker plays 12 to 1. 12 to 1. Hard for me to imagine one of the Curry brothers not winning, but the fact that he's got a shot in 12 to 1, that's a nice payout. Hold on, let me get this out of the way here. All right, let's look at the dunk contest. So the dunk contest, Dennis Smith Jr. is the favorite, and his name syncs with the arena where this is at. We only got 4 guys to look at here. But Dennis Smith Jr., he's got the 63, just like Spectrum Center. 63 and 81, just like Spectrum Center. So he's got the numbers that go with the location. I don't think anybody else has the connection to the location. Let's see. Let's run the birthdays here. Fifth. $83 days. That's the 23rd prime. Is there something about 83 and no? Oh, what do they officially call this? NBA Slam Dunk Contest. Let's see. Okay. Go back and look at the names. So 83 days after his birthday, 23rd prime. You know what? I'm thinking about the symbolism of that now. Now it's clicking in my head. 83, the 23rd prime, Michael Jordan dunk contest, number 23. So there is some rhyme and reason to that. 83, the 23rd prime. It's in Charlotte. Of course, Jordan's there. Let's see. John Collins, the right man, yeah. September 23rd. 146 days, or a span of 147. There's the relationship with 47 and 147. This is 147th day of his age. When you write out 47th equals 147. So interesting how that lines up. But again, only one man has a connection to the venue. Let's see, Miles Bridges. #21st. It's coming up on his birthday. So it's his 333rd day of his age, if you count the span. 33 days to the upcoming birthday. Huh. Miles Bridges. What's this dunk contest alone? I'm glad I checked that. The last guy John Collins, the dunk contest was 146 days after his birthday, or his 147th day of his age. Dunk contest is 146. It's interesting. What's he pay out? Plus 200. We'll go back and look at last year's winners real quick and see if we can find a clear parallel. John Collins, we did that. Guess Diallo. Amadou Diallo. $31st. $200 days, or a span of 201. Coming birthday. 65 days. All right, let's go back. 2018 NBA All-Star Weekend dunk contest winner. Let's see. Date of 2000 NBA All-Star dunk contest. Oh, it was on Jordan's birthday last year. Tomorrow's Jordan's birthday, February 17th. 7th. Hmm. 163 days of 38th prime. Last year it was in Los Angeles, California. So that wasn't the riddle last year. It was 23 weeks and days after his birthday. 23 weeks on Jordan's birthday. This year, the favorite guy, it's 83 days after his birthday, the 23rd prime. It's the guy with the connection to the stadium. Caller?
Yeah, Zach, that John Collins guy, that he has 99 days left on his, his birthday is September 23rd, 99 days left, and the 131 in his name, Gematria. Is there any connection there?
With what?
The Super Bowl?
Oh, gotta look more at the man. Remember, those numbers relate to 131 relates to championships too, so it could be a sign down the road for his future NBA career.
And slam dunk contest equals 47, full reduction.
Okay, slam dunk contest 47, good one. Let's see that. Yeah, I don't know if those numbers relate so much to today's thing, but yeah, slam dunk contest 47. That is a good observation.
And there's one other thing with the guy Dennis Smith was his birthday was I just had it. What was his birthday again? 11/26. Is that right?
I got to look it up. I just remember it was 83 days before today.
11/25. I'm sorry. If you put 11/25 in there, it's 2 months and 23 days, including today, and it's 2/22, not including today. And I'm wondering if there's a Duke riddle in there somewhere. But he also has 47.
He went to North Carolina State University, who Duke plays.
Right, and interesting that the span of days is 2 months and 23 days, and Duke could be 22-3 with a loss. But I know that's a long shot.
That is true. That is true.
And it's exactly 12 weeks if you include today. I don't know if that connects to anything. Well, yeah, February 16th has has 37 date numerology, which is the 12th prime, right?
Right, that's true.
And his birthday also has 47 date gematria.
Let's see, 18, 25, 26. You said Dennis Smith Jr. has what?
If you go 11/25/2018 to today, 2/16.
Oh, you're saying his last birthday. His last birthday. Okay.
His last birthday is 47 date numerology.
I see. Yeah, he seems to have the best alignment because his name aligns with the venue, and it's 83 days, the 23rd prime. Everybody thinks of Jordan number 23 when they think of the dunk contest. Now we're looking at how last year's winner won it 23 weeks after his birthday.
But that 223, I'm just thinking if there's a riddle there somewhere with the Duke game today. It's just making me think that.
Well, you could be right, because I imagine next year when the NBA All-Star game comes around, we'll see Zion Williamson in the dunk contest.
Right. So it's 222, 2 months, 22 days without the end date, and 2 months and 23 days. So it's just like Duke 22-2 and then 22-3 today. But I know it's a long shot, but I just wanted to point that stuff out.
All right, I'm just going back to the head-to-head with Duke and North Carolina State. This isn't a good way to look at it because it doesn't show anything. But again, I just remember the series record. If North Carolina State loses, they're 6-7 in the they're 6-7 in their conference. Duke's 67 and Duke's 11-1, and we know how big 111's been with Duke this year. So.
Okay, so you would say Dennis Smith is the favorite there.
Yeah, Dennis Smith's looking pretty good. John Collins had the next most interesting riddle that we've looked at.
You know what? Like you said, it's college is NC State. That's something's going on here. Something going on with this.
Yeah, North Carolina, and it's in North Carolina. So.
And, I mean, the Duke game too. It just seems like something's going on. There's some riddle here. But anyway, we'll see, I guess.
All right. Thanks, man. Okay. Problem was I lost where I was at. Am I thinking here? We were looking at last year. Okay. Glenn Robinson III. Is that Big Dog Glenn Robinson's son? It must be. I don't follow the NBA at all anymore. Zach LaVine, yeah, he won it 2 years in a row. Let's look at when Glenn Robinson won real quick. Let's just see if we can find an ongoing theme with 23. '18th. January 8th. So it would have just been 10 days. Oh, no, that's not right. Would have been 23. Would have been 41 days after his birthday, or on his 42nd day of his age. I was in New Orleans. Let's see what his name Gematria is. Glenn Robinson III is 185 like basketball. It's interesting. All right, let's just review what we looked at here with the skills challenge. The 3 men with connections to the venue. Last year, the guy who won it had a name gematria overlap with the location, Los Angeles, California. The only 3 guys with connections this year to the city are the top 3. Luka equals 39, just like Charlotte. Well, Nikola actually doesn't connect to the city. He connects to the date. It's the 47th day of the year. De'Aaron Fox, 167, the 39th prime. And there was something about his birthday. Just double check that one more time. December 20th. So, that's what it was. Today is his 59th day of his age, and skills challenge equals 59. So 59th day of his age for Aaron Fox, and skills challenge 59, which is very interesting. And here, let me just, I'm doing that in my head. Let me just make sure I am right about that. I do believe that my math is correct. Yeah, it's his 59th day of his age. It's also got the 8 weeks and 3 days thing going, the 83, the 23rd prime. He's from Kentucky. Kentucky's in a big game today with Tennessee. So I think his riddle's really interesting to Aaron Fox. 167, the 39th prime, like Charlotte. And then we have the hometown brothers, who are both from Charlotte, the Curry brothers. Charlotte, North Carolina equals 106, like Seth Curry, and it's the 47th day of the year. It just makes you wonder. But again, it's the 73rd NBA season, and the big brother's born on the 73rd day of the year. We also saw that the three-point contest name equals 108, like Oracle, like Golden State Warriors, like Geometry. Steph Curry born on Pi Day. And then Kemba Walker, who's the hometown player in Charlotte, his name equals 102 and 39 in Charlotte. If you made a bet, this is the guy who you'd want to win. He pays 12 to 1, whereas the Curry brothers pay 2 to 1 and 2.5 to 1. Not much of a payout for them, the hometown boys. And then in the dunk contest, the guy who is the favorite is the guy with the Gematria overlap with the venue. Spectrum Center, 63 and 81, just like his name. And then it's 83 days after his birthday, the 23rd prime, and he'll be performing, I'm sure, in front of Michael Jordan, the most remembered dunk contest winner, number 23. So there's still plenty of time before the big event. You can double analyze it, measure from the birthdays. Last year's winner was 23 weeks and days after his birthday, but we didn't see that same ritual the year prior with big dog Glenn Robinson. The Harris odds here. Let's go over the odds real quick again. The odds. So slam dunk contest, the guy who's the favorite pays bet 100, you win 175. Harris must be, let's see. Wait. Harris. Which competition was this? Hold on. I'm looking for a Harris. I don't think a Harris is a guy we're looking at. We don't even have a Harris in the competition. No wonder I'm confused. What am I missing here? You guys are having this big conversation about, oh, Joe Harris. There must be something going on in the chat with Joe Harris. Harris is 10 to 1. Let's see. Harris. You guys must have found something about Joe Harris. Let's see. September 6th. $163 days. We saw that last year it was it was the dunk contest. Last year's dunk contest winner was 163 days from his birthday. So that was the dunk contest. This is the 3-point contest. I got to imagine that's how you guys got on that. Chigozie found the organic matrix moment there. Jonathan says, "What's the parlay?" Well, Jonathan, it's a day of tight riddles across the board. We did a lot of decoding, and there wasn't any super home runs today. So we put in the work, but we didn't find what we wanted to find. In the NHL, the two potential upsets that might pay something. Let's come back here to the NHL. I'd say potentially the two most, well, the Flyers, if you guys took my advice on the Flyers, they're looking real good. They had great numbers today. Put out the video on them last night. So the two potentially good upsets in the NHL are the Coyotes to beat the Maple Leafs. It's no guarantee, though. The Maple Leafs had a little riddle. And the other one was the Canucks to upset the Sharks. But the Sharks had a little riddle, too. The Canucks seemingly had the better riddle, though. Canucks equals 18, can give them that 18th loss and pick up their 61st season point, 61 the 18th prime. So today was mostly a lot of hard work and not the great finds that we wanted to come across. So nice. Flyers and Flames, yeah. The Flames are staying, it looks like the Flames are staying at 16 losses on the 16th. And was it something about 67 too? Yeah, so that's what I pointed out yesterday, that the Penguins could stay at 67 points against Calgary, and it looks like they're gonna. So the early decodes, fortunately, those look like they're money in the bank. Thought the Flyers was the safer pick here, but yeah, the two games we favored worked out. So, and funny enough, those might be the two best picks of the day. We can wrap it up here, you guys. It's always kind of disappointing when you put in a lot of hard work and don't find a lot of great picks, but that's just the way it's going to be some days. And again, the other purpose besides just winning at picks is just learning how to do this and observing and learning as we progress. You know, each observation gives us another drop in the bucket. Congrats, Chigozie. Oh yeah, and we were going to watch the good reminder. The football, we were going to watch what happens today with these games and see if we can start to figure out the way these games are scripted. Because no doubt they're going to be. They got former NFL players and coaches. Let's see. So this early game, that's the one thing that we pointed out about this game is the Salt Lake team, their name equals 113, the 30th prime. We got a 30-date numerology. So observe what happens there. Do they win or lose? We might be able to pick a pattern where, you know, if a team's name syncs with the date, maybe it means they're more likely to win or lose. We're going to try and see if we can pick up on the pattern. And here, there's 3 other games this weekend. Let's just look at it real quick. Let's just look at these 3 other games. Let's see if we can make any observations here. Okay. Arizona AAF team. Arizona Hot Shots. Hot Shots. So 73, the 21st prime. They're playing on a 21-date numerology. think that's the one connection they have to the date today. And they're playing the Memphis, what's their name? The Memphis Express. Okay, I don't see it there. They don't have the connection to the date. So the two teams that play today that have connections to the date are Salt Lake and Arizona. So let's see what happens with these games. The teams that have the date connection, how do they perform? And tomorrow, let's think about it. Tomorrow's date numerology, tomorrow will be 58, 31, 22, 38, 19. It'll be the 48th day. All right. Let's see. Orlando AAF team. Orlando Apollos, okay. So tomorrow has the 8. No. Excuse me, that was today. All right, so I don't see their connection. Well, hold on. Orlando. So Orlando does have a connection to the date, 38. They play who? San Antonio. San Antonio Commanders. San Antonio, I believe, is a 58 too. So both teams are going to have a connection. Yeah, both teams have a connection to the date tomorrow. So that game is going to be hard to tell. Because, I mean, again, there's not a lot to work with in this league. So we can maybe learn something from today's two games there. Going to be tough for Orlando and San Antonio. We can look at the score and see if they're just like the NFL. Atlanta Legends. Okay. No connection there to the day. Tomorrow's the 48th day of the year. Atlanta playing on the 48th day. Atlanta Legends. Legends is 33. Good team name for ATL on the 33rd parallel. All right, so Atlanta has a connection to the date, and they play San Diego. Well, San Diego is going to have a connection too, because San Diego's 38. So both tomorrow's games, the Sunday games, both teams have date connections. San Diego Fleet. We have two connections, 67 the 19th prime. So we're going to be able to observe more from today's games than tomorrow's games. Fleet, they have a double. Wow, they have multiple connections, actually. They have 3 connections to tomorrow's date, this San Diego team. All right, but yeah, we can keep an eye on that. Maybe it'll be easy to figure out a riddle the way they scripted. So the teams with the connections today, Salt Lake and Arizona. The other 2 teams don't have a connection to the date. And again, for just one last thing, most fun thing to take a stab today at might be the All-Star competitions. Just to review that real quick. The three favorites are the only three people with a connection to the date or the venue. Luca equals 39 like Charlotte. He's the favorite. De'Aaron Fox is a decent payout. His name equals 167, the 39th prime, and Skills Challenge equals 59. It's on his 59th day of his age. Find that interesting. With regards to Nikola, it's the 47th day of the year. His name's 47. The hometown brothers are the favorites in the three-point contest. Seth Curry equals 106, like Charlotte, North Carolina, and 47, like the 47th day of the year. But again, it's the 73rd NBA season, and Big Brother's born on the 73rd day of the year. Kemba Walker, who plays in Charlotte, his name equals 102 and 39, like Charlotte. And it's a date with 37 numerology, the 12th prime. He is a 12-to-1 payout. So I think if there was going to be an upset of the Curry brothers, it's probably him. Dirk Nowitzki's curious because it's his final NBA season, but he didn't really have a good alignment with his birthday or the name. Other people in the chat pointed out that the slam dunk contest winner won 163 days after his birthday last year. Joe Harris is in the three-point contest 163 days after his birthday. And for the slam dunk competition, Dennis Smith went to college in North Carolina. The competition's in North Carolina, and his name, 63 and 81, is the same as Spectrum Center. So last year, Young Decoder called the 13-to-1 winner in the skills competition based on how their names synced up with Los Angeles, California. So we'll see if that repeats again with the winner having a connection to the city in the skills competition. And again, in the NHL, the probably the two best picks of the day are the ones I probably put out yesterday that are the two games getting played right now that look like they're both going to be right. Again, a lot of tight games in the NHL. Maybe look extra careful at the Coyotes game. And also, what's the other game? There's two games that have it's the Sharks game. Both of those games have a chance for an upset. Uh-oh, is there going to be late rallies? We'll see. It's not over yet. The Canucks have a good narrative to beat the Sharks. Canucks equals 18. And there was something else. There was something else in this riddle that we covered earlier, but take a good look at these games. Canucks have a chance to upset, and Coyotes have a chance at home to upset the Maple Leafs. There were some other games, but they're tight, and like the Jets look good to beat the Senators today. Ottawa equals 37. Pick up the 37th win. If you want a safe pick, here's probably your safest NHL pick out of all games remaining, but not going to be much of a payout. One of the league's better teams at home against a weaker team that would stay at 21 wins on a 21 date. So there were some other games that they're probably safe picks, but they're not great payouts. So wrap this up. You guys can watch the video from the beginning and if you want. But the NHL games that I would give a look. And again, you can check the goalies. Goalies haven't been too great for us. It's been mostly the records. But I think if there might be upsets, could be the Canucks beating the Sharks on the road and Coyotes holding off the Maple Leafs. But they're not anywhere near locks, that's for sure. Safest pick, if you just want to bet on something safe, Jets over the Senators looks good. 37 date and Ottawa equals 37. College basketball, there wasn't anything so great today either. Some games, but they're big spreads. So, yeah, be careful with that though, Jonathan. I'd give it an extra look. And Miss Mildred's got a great tip: eat local. All right, you guys, be back Monday. Good luck, and same time Monday. 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 Eastern. The podcasts are on hold just because they take a lot of extra time, but I'll continue with the sports decodes until I finish the book. All right, you guys have a great rest of your day. Thank you as always.